Joaquin Phoenix, everybody. Joaquin Phoenix, I love him so much. He's been known to not be too excited about when a project's about to start. And now he just walked away from a new project that was 5 days away from shooting. Can we talk about that? Whew, Joaquin Phoenix, everybody. I gotta tell you, one thing about this that just kind of blew my mind is like Joaquin Phoenix was working on a set and he actually approached the production for this. He departed the set, but Todd Haynes' gay romance drama, just 5 days. They were gearing up, the crew was loading up, they're ready to rock and roll. He walked away. He's like, I'm not gonna do this. I can't do it. I won't do it. He walked away. Now, this has a tidal wave of people going nuts. The business is going crazy. This is supposed to shoot in Mexico, and there's been a huge amount of outrage from that's one of the studio execs is saying moving forward, and they're actually thinking about suing him over leaving the project right now. Now again, legal action could happen. You sign a contract saying you're gonna do a job, you can't just walk away. That's just not right. But he's Joaquin Phoenix. And again, this happened past. When he was doing Napoleon, he almost walked away too. It was like the week before. And again, Ridley Scott would sit down with him and be like, hey, we got to talk about this. We got to figure this out. He wasn't happy about the voice. They worked it out. Then he actually sat down and did it. Another time, he was working on, I think it was in Napoleon where he told me he had to rewrite a bunch of stuff too because he didn't want to be there. So this has happened. He gets petrified. That's what people say. He gets nervous that he won't be able to perform what he thinks the character should express. And then he almost leaves the job every freaking time. And that's just not professional. It's not right. He's a fucking phenomenal actor. I get being insecure, but like to walk away and leave everybody again, I'm just saying with your freaking dick in your hand, you know what I mean? And you can't do anything about it. You hire all these people again. I'm saying it comes down to more than SGR than him because you have all the crew members that have been hired, all the vendors, on top of the higher ups, of course, you have all the producers behind the stage, all the pre-production people, all the office, all the PAs, everybody that's involved in this. There's a lot of people. There's hundreds of people involved from the very start production to the very first day, through the whole production, through post-production people that are, expecting this job. And he approached them for this project. He approached the studio about this. The production company saying, I want to do this project. And they greenlit it because he wanted to do it. So to me, it's pretty fucking ballsy to walk away. I get being nervous.
It is what it is, Brian. Well, GR, yes, but again, I get being nervous. I get there. I've been there before as an actor. I've been nervous, but you know what? Then you take that nervousness and you let it thrive in your performance, and that's what you have to do. And I feel like he's probably done that before, and maybe this time, maybe because he's never played a part like this before, maybe it's a period piece back in like the 1920s or 30s where it's about an actual like very passionate relationship that took place in a time where it wasn't accepted. So maybe he was just having some inside turmoil about playing it. Who knows? But as a person that's professional, has been in the business for this long, you know what it causes. You know how many people's jobs are on the line when you walk away. You started this process. You decide you fought for it. Do not walk away. You want to do this, man. End of the day, you want to do this. Ron, what do you think? Do you think that at the end of the day, he's going to be hit pretty hard for this? Or will like this be fine on his career? Is this like GR saying? Is this like spineless to walk away from a production when you're this deep into it?
I think it's so selfish. It's so egocentric. It's all about Joaquin, and he's not thinking about who else this is affecting. And like you said, it's hundreds of people. What about the caterers in Mexico? The catering family, they're like all excited. They've got 10 weeks of work, and now it's just dumped. Things like that people don't think about. I think it's highly irresponsible of him. And if he was afraid or something, you work through it. You walk through it. He's a Phoenix. He's walked through worse, whatever it could be. I think they should sue him. I think they should tarnish his name, which he's kind of doing that himself. If you said that he wanted to walk away before from something, then
multiple projects.
It's sort of his reputation, and he might not be bankable after a while.
Even the Joker, Queen puts a point out there too, Ron. The fact that, he obviously can get away with it. But the thing is, like, if you've done this multiple times and you've been nervous and they let you do it, I mean, they usually caved him. That's the thing. He never usually walks away, Ron.
But now he walks away. It's like, so he's gotten away with it this far. You never know where, at some point, somebody's going to be like, no, I can't deal with losing my production because he's so volatile.
it's a lot of people, a lot of jobs on the line, and a Joker, it happened too. He was nervous about the Joker, I heard too. The first one, he almost walked away from there. And usually there's a demand though. And there was no demand in this situation. He just left.
That's what's messed up, and you don't really hear about. I mean, actors don't walk away without a demand. That's
what I'm saying. Do you think there's a demand that's not coming out right now? They're not talking about, because like he's always given a demand. So if you look at it that way,
demands are given into it. Something tangible. They're totally given into. You know, they're tangible. So this is beyond that.
It strikes me as weird. I'm like, I feel like there has to be something that's going to come out. There has to be something that's going to come out that he asked for or he needed, that they said no to. I mean, that's why, to me, that's what I think as a reasonable human being that's seen this happen, heard about this happening for years, right? There has to be something. Do you think he just walked away because he was just weird about the role?
I think it has to be something like that, because if he was asking for a demand or whatever, the studio will pay it, whatever it is, you know?
Yeah.
He's such a big star. They'll just pay it. But so I think there's something about the role that must have really freaked him out, or I don't know. Do you know what the character was like?
They didn't really break it down, but all they said was that it was like two characters that are just very passionate. Like the way they describe it as being like just very risque in that time period, and just like a very, very, intense relationship. There's not much.
Bottom line is, Brian, it's a gay love story.
Yeah.
Okay.
And maybe I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on you, Ron. I apologize.
No, that's all right.
I think bottom line is maybe it hit too close to home and it bothered him at the end.
You think there's like more going on? Like, GR, you think that there's something kind of inner turmoil he's having with himself?
Quite possibly. I mean, he's no youngster, and I can relate to that. But when you're dealing,
he's not married either, is he? He's not married, is he?
Well, I don't think married has anything to do with it. But if a subject hits too close to home,
it's a thing.
Bother you on a level that we can't really describe here.
Yeah, but it's a thing though too, GR. It's like on top of that, like if he's not married and he's going through something and it's too close to home, maybe, right?
Daddy is in the house.
Peppy, we're serious right now. Peppy, please calm down. If he's serious about something, he's going through something, maybe he's gonna have some worry about what he puts out there on the screen, you know? Or maybe
I can't see somebody like Joaquin worrying about something like that.
Me either, Ron. I just don't see it, Ron. I just don't see it, but it's like, it's so weird that like this is happening when he's never walked away before, you know?
Well, he's walked away a number of times, let's face it.
He's walked without walking away.
This one may have been something inside of him that was too close to actually do it.
Yeah,
I think I don't know how to put it without sounding like some sort of an Adam Henry. I cleaned that up, right?
Yep. Yeah. Queen, 100% GR. But Queen, you're right. On top of that, Queen, he brought the story forward. He was very involved with the process.
That's crazy.
He wanted to make it happen. This was never going to happen, but he fought for this to happen.
What?
It scared him, I guess. Carter, can you imagine that? Do you think that there'll be a lawsuit moving forward for Joaquin? Or do you think that he's going to just, he's got the best lawyers in town and everybody respects him, so he's going to just walk away, wipe his hands of this, and be fine, and all those people are going to suffer because he was selfish for one moment in time?
For me, in the world of Hollywood, it'll be a mixture of both. Yes, I do believe that Joaquin Phoenix has the means to support himself legally and otherwise. I do believe that he's affecting not only a lot of people, but the belief that this project can go somewhere very positively and can really impact a lot of people who want to come see a phenomenal actor do well and put on a great performance. We've seen time and time again, since his earliest days as a career actor, that Joaquin Phoenix has phenomenal range range. He has phenomenal energy as a performer, as an actor on the screen, etc. And for him to do what he's doing now, it's an absolute insult to those who would kill to be in his shoes, those who come out to Hollywood for that dream, for that reason, to be a performer and to do that for a living. And observing what I'm hearing from everybody in this podcast, from everybody who's been talking about this, reporting it, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of devastation, frustration, shame, and bitter disappointment for this man / actor's actions right now.
100%, Carter. There's a lot, and because we do, like, I love Joaquin Phoenix as an actor. I think he's very passionate. Everything he does is like, it's just amazing. He goes all out. Look at Joker. Joker 2's coming, and what he's done, like how he, like, oh my god, he's like, oh, he's so he's like, didn't he like smoked one cigarette and like ate grapes or some shit like that to get down to that role because he thought that's what Joker should be. It's insane. He won the Oscar before. This new performance I know is going to be phenomenal to the max, as Carter would say, which I'm going to steal out right now because it's going to be phenomenal to the max. I just think though there's an insecurity that people don't understand, like out there, about actors a lot of times. Him and Rivers, yeah, they were kids. Him and River. Yeah. But the thing is, there's a lot of insecurity that comes. And it's like, again, you're putting yourself out there in a way that a lot of people don't understand, and you're being very vulnerable. And it takes a toll on people. It really does. And some people can, they can do it, and they can just go again, not worry about other people. It's a little bit of trial and error to actually get it and be comfortable. I get it, but I never really get it because, like, as an actor myself, I'm like, I want that though. Maybe I'm hurting myself. Maybe I'm just like freaking putting myself through the coals. I love to feel that stress and that drama and that hurt and that pain and throw it out there on the screen and like vent it out there as an actor. But a lot of actors were very sensitive creatures, very nervous. You're putting yourself on a way that a lot of people can't do, Carter. They can't do. You do it all the time too. I've seen you fucking act your ass off too, Carter. Could you imagine ever being in a spot where you would be like, this is too much, I have to walk away?
Man, it would have to be a very dire situation for me to walk away from a project that I felt so passionate about. I mean, I feel like in order to be professional, you also have to be selfless as well, because if it's not just your project and there's more than just you involved, I mean, one has to take the responsibility to realize it's not all about them. There's also other people's money and finances at stake, their livelihood, etc., their own professionalism. So, to answer your question a little bit short and sweeter here, Brian, I frankly would loathe myself if I were ever to do what Joaquin Phoenix is currently doing. I mean, I could not look myself into the mirror consciously and go, you know what, this is the right thing to do. I got to walk away. I mean, fuck it all. You're right.
How do you hurt hundreds to thousands of people and still look yourself in the mirror?
That's a good question. That's a good fucking question, GR. Carter, that's spot on. I couldn't do that shit either. I can't imagine as being a human being that just lives on this earth doing that and knowing what you've done to other people, and especially as someone that understands this business that well. Like I can't imagine doing that. Mm-hmm. And I do agree with Ron here too. Ron, sue him. Sue him. Make a point.
Absolutely.
Make a fucking point out of him. Make it be a situation where people do not do this shit again. Stop the strong arming that a lot of actors do. This high caliber actors. Stop the strong arming. Stop it.
In his tracks. Out of his pocket.
Producers with balls. Producers need more balls.
Yeah, they need all the balls. Take the balls. Fucking bring them up to fucking the passion.
You might enjoy that, Brian.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Who knows?
I'm sorry.
Who knows? You know what? I'm not going to judge him either way because he's just a person living his life. What I will judge him on is fucking other people over. That's what I'll judge him on. No, that's what I judge him on as a human being. When I know this business that well, when I know how many hours go into pre-production, when I know how much it takes to put a project on his feet, when I know how much money it takes, when I know that a lot of people can't make this shit happen, and you can make it happen with a fucking snap of your fingers, I'm going to judge you when you fuck all the lower level people over, the fucking lower tier people that you think are nothing to you because, whatever. Because, well, I don't want to do this, so fuck that. No, fuck you.
Ron said it best. Those mom and pop companies down in Mexico that had as you said, 11 weeks of work guaranteed for their family. And now they're fucked because some Hollywood, pardon my
People
French,
bank on that shit.
decided, I don't want to do this. It might not be right for me.
Yeah, people bank on that shit, GR. I worked on shows, Ron has too, where there's shows canceled mid-season, and you're expecting that money throughout a certain period of time. I worked on a show that was like supposed to go through the holidays. It was like, you know, it was like September. We're going till January. You got your money so your family can have everything you want and stuff, and then it gets canceled. And it's like, and then you got nothing else lined up because you've turned down 3 projects just to be here for this project because you're guaranteed through the holidays because it'll take care of your family.
I did a show. It was the reboot of Coach. They got everybody back. We put it in. We were. It was guaranteed for 13, which was the first thing I should have thought about. And we put it in. We did the first episode. The producer called me Monday morning after the show on Friday night. She goes, "Okay, take it out." And I'm like, "Yeah, we have new sets coming in." She goes, "Oh no, take the thing out. We're canceled." And I'm like, "Oh, we did one." Turns out Craig T. Nelson was the only cast member that had a series deal. The rest of them were paid weekly. They knew it was coming. Yeah.
What the shit?
Yep. Yeah. So we lost 13 episodes.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? All the other actors had a weekly contract, and Craig had 13.
That makes no sense.
I know.
Makes no sense.
I know.
Of course they're gonna be pissed. You know, they're gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, Ron. That's the business, though. That's the business sometimes.
And then, like you said, it ended in August. Everybody was already crewed up. You know, it's just like, well, okay.
Mm-hmm. You're like, well, I guess I'm screwed right now. I'm like, everybody's working through this time period.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what do I do? All that money I thought for this and this and that, and every bill and every situation in my life is just out the window in a snap of a finger because one person says, I'm going to go home. Taking my ball. Yep. I'm going home.
Exactly.
So, I like him as an actor. Yeah, that's a good story, Ron. Just round of applause for that story. One person can affect this whole business just like that. And if you have been in this business long enough, you should not ever do that to people. And that's why I get mad. And I think there should be ramifications. You said, Ron, and I think at the end of the day, hopefully he'll learn from this. But I get being nervous. Carter.
He doesn't want to learn anything. He doesn't. It's just.
Yeah. He just wants to do his. He's like, I can just pay it off with my Joker money from Joker 1 or my money from Napoleon or whatever, and I'll be fine.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hit him hard enough and he might pay attention.
Maybe. Hit him hard.
I don't know if you could hit somebody like that hard. I don't know. I don't know what he's worth. Here, I'll find out.
Well, how much he's worth?
Well, he's worth at least $1.50, Ron. We know that.
Yeah. But I'll tell you this, Joaquin, whatever, in the day, you feel this, you have to sleep at night. You sleep. Hopefully you sleep well. Sleep well, but I don't think I would if I were you. I don't think I would.
He sleeps all night on the mattress or something,
Well, it's only $80 million, so they could hit him hard.
Yeah. They get him for all the money. Pay everybody's money, maybe. Maybe pays the crew back. That could that'll be different. That's never happened before. You're gonna pay everybody's salaries.
That would be a lesson. That would be something like,
set a precedent for it,
Somebody else after this, if they wanted to walk, like, oh, what if I have to pay the crew? Yeah.
For all that time, for all their money.
I would love to see that.
I know, that would be cool.
That would be freaking dope. Yeah. You know what? He can afford it. He can totally afford it.
Yep.
We'll find
Joaquin, out. Wherever you are, Joaquin, we're watching you. We're paying attention, and we'll keep the audience informed as it moves forward. And I think at the end of the day, and that's good enough for me right there, Ron. That's good enough for me.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the pep star needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.
Kruse Control.